Hello, welcome to Bentley's Backwoods Bushcraft. This is Richard. So, anyway, I have a pretty cool yardstick. I have a nice little thing that has degrees and circles, a pin, and I don't know what this is, like 1.5 by or 2 by 2 or something. And basically a 1.5 by 1.5 piece of wood here. Now, I had this. This is what I'm building my bicycle camper out of. Is this wood here, and I have this piece left over. So what I did was, I started down at this end. I went in 1 inch, and then every 6 inches I made a mark, and then I centered it. Put a line down the center there, and I'm making a circle at each one of those marks. Now what I'm going to do is, and this is a 5-foot piece of board or piece of wood. I may take off a foot and make it just 4 feet. Probably will do that because 5 foot is. It's an odd number. So anyway, I'm going to drill holes where the circles are, and I am going to use this board to help me weave mats and blankets and all kinds of fun stuff. But and I'll show you how I'm going to do that later. But it's really simple and really easy. Once I get these holes drilled, I'll just run cordage through them, and that'll be my length cordage, and then I'll just weave whatever I'm weaving in between those. And since the cordage is going through here, what I'll do is I'll use this to pull back and force whatever I'm using, either cordage or some type of plant or something like that. I will force it and smash it together with this, boom, like this, pulling it back and smashing it together, which will create the rug or carpet or mat of some sort that I'm going to be making. So I thought before I went too further on this, I would go ahead and do a little bit of a video on it. And tomorrow, because it's, I don't know what, well, today technically, because it's like 2:30 in the morning. Today sometime when after I get some sleep and it's light outside, and if I can remember, I'm going to go ahead and drill these holes, and maybe if I'm really enthusiastic, I'll take it outside and set it up and kind of show you how it'll work. Also, I might actually be going to the woods tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure. I've got dojo later today. I keep saying tomorrow, but technically it's today. But tomorrow. I do have dojo. But I also want to go out and see if I can find some cattail, because I want to use cattail to make a cattail mat, and this is what I'm going to use for that. So until then, I'll see you later. Okay, so I'm out here on the patio. I have the stick with the circles made. I have my drill, my Black & Decker drill with a 1/4 inch drill bit, and that's gonna be plenty big enough. As a matter of fact, it's gonna probably be, I mean, I need a little space to make sure that the cords move freely. It doesn't necessarily have to be this big, it's just what I've chose. So I'm just gonna go ahead and drill the holes where I made the holes. So as you can see, where the circle, here's one of the circles I made last night, and I went ahead and drilled a hole. That's pretty decent. That's big enough to get any size of cordage that I'm gonna want or need to use in. So I'm just gonna continue and make sure I drill. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 11 holes. It's 5 feet long, and so I can make I'll be able to make a blanket or a mat or anything like that. I can weave something that's at least 5 feet wide, and I can make it as long as I want it to make it. So let's get these holes drilled and we'll continue on with this project. Alright, so there it is. A 5-foot piece of wood, which is 1.5 by 1.5. I don't know what that's actually considered, whether that's actually considered a 2x2 or what. I'm not a carpenter. I don't know anything about it. But I have the wood here. I have the holes. So basically all that's going to happen is that I'll run some cordage lengthwise, and I'll attach it to some kind of posts or something. And before I attach it to the last post, I'll run the cordage through these holes, depending on how many I use. And this right here will be used to push whatever material I'm using to make the mats and stuff with up against each other to tighten them up. So basically it's just 2 posts tied with, well, or however many, say I use 6. It depends on how many lines I use. So I have one side posted cordage. The cordage runs through here, which will make it run that way. And then as long as I want the mat or whatever I'm making to be, and then posted down at the other end. I weave in between the cordage, whatever material I'm using, and then when I get a few of them on there, I'll just pull it like this and tighten it up. Keep weaving, keep weaving, keep weaving, tighten it, keep weaving, tighten it, and just continue until I get my mat made or whatever I'm making, and then just tie it off at each end, and bingo bango, there you are. So I can make blankets, I can make mats, I can make tarp covers for tents and shelters. I can pretty much make anything that I want with this weaving process. So hopefully I'll be able to do a video soon actually demonstrating that process, and it'll be fun and it'll be enjoyable, and I hope you guys watch. I am told by my wife that I should be encouraging you guys to subscribe to my channel. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell button to get notified, all that stuff. I did look at my analytics. I looked at my analytics, and it indicates that I'm getting about 50-50 when it comes to male and female viewers. It's about half. The age group that watches my videos are generally people my age, in their mid-50s to mid-60s, and overwhelmingly, I mean massively overwhelmingly, over 80% of my views on my videos are people who are not subscribed to my channel. So that just tells me 2 things. 1, people aren't subscribing to my channel, and 2, when they do subscribe, they don't watch my channel. I do have a lot of subscribers from my early days, and I very rarely if ever, hear from any of them as far as them viewing my channel or leaving comments at least. See here. I'm not 100% sure how many subscribers I do have. It's over 3,000. It midway to 4,000 subscribers, or maybe even more. I think it's 3,700, somewhere in the 3,700 category, which I find fantastic. I think 3,700 subscribers to my YouTube channel is fantastic. The issue is I just don't get very many views. I did monetize my channel several years back because I had the subscribers to do so back. I don't even know what the criteria is at this point, but I know back then you just had to have 1,000 subscribers and then you could monetize. So I did. Now you have to not only have X amount of subscribers, you have to have X amount of views, watch time. There's a bunch of criteria that, and my channel does not meet that. So even though my channel is technically monetized, they don't consider my channel a good channel to put ads on. Even though they still put ads on my channel, I still don't get paid. They've been doing that. Michelle had a bunch of ads on her channel when she wasn't monetized. So anyway, I always thought that it was the content that I was putting out was not what they wanted, for what people wanted to advertise on my channel. Nobody was wanting to advertise on my channel because of the type of videos I was putting out. I was later told by reliable sources that it wasn't necessarily the videos I was putting out as far as the topics. It was just the fact that my videos are boring and people don't like watching them. So anyway, I'm not gonna change the way I do things because I don't like change in the first place, and I don't really see a need to change things. But I would appreciate a lot more views and more subscribers and a more active channel. Now, maybe the only way I'm going to get that is if I do change things. I don't know. One thing I did consider, and I am considering doing, and probably will do soon, hopefully, but I'm going to do a video, and then I'm going to edit it the way I edit, and then I'm going to have my wife edit the way she edits the videos. And I'm going to post that as one video, and then I want people's opinions on which way they like the edit better, my way or her way, because I'm sure that my editing process is not up to par to people who are getting tons and tons of views. But I just want to put the information out. I want to put my videos out. I want to enjoy myself. I want to be happy with what I'm doing. I just want to share that with everybody. Now, if I get all caught up in the material aspects of everything, I'm going to lose the enthusiasm for what I'm actually doing. So I don't want to do that. But I can, because when I first started this channel, I didn't edit anything. It was just all 100% raw. And I'm not saying that was bad, but there was a lot of stuff I couldn't do. And then I started editing, and I really enjoy the editing process. But I don't do a lot of edit. I just kind of cut and splice, really. Hopefully all that'll happen. So anyway, that's a bunch of rambling that has nothing to do with what we're talking about. So here we go. So I've got this done, and we are now one step closer to actually having some kind of weaving device that I can make mats and shelter tarps and rugs and all that sort of stuff with. So stay tuned for that. It's definitely coming, and I'm really excited about working on this and gaining a little bit of experience in that area as well. So thank you guys for watching Bentley's Backwoods Bushcraft, and enjoy the outdoors, even if it's just your own backyard.